Hi, this is Russ Jeffers from mobileburn.com, and here I've got the new HTC Desire S. I'm just going to quickly show you what's in the box and give you a quick rundown of the device. If I bring across the original Desire, you can see a few of the new differences between the devices. First of all, we've got the touch sensitive keys down the bottom here, see below the screen, rather than these physical hardware keys. And where we've got a D-pad on the old Desire, there's no D-pad at all on the new Desire S. All to do with the new 2.3 Android Gingerbread operating system that makes it easier to sort of pinpoint things on the screen, so they don't tend to think you need the D-pad anymore. Also, instead of the plastic body of the original Desire, we've got this new metal aluminium unibody design in the Desire S, so it's pretty slick looking. We've also got a forward-facing camera at the top here, you can see, for video calls and different bits and pieces like that. There's also a mirror app on board as well for you to look at yourself. Otherwise, there's not a lot really in terms of hardware. They've moved the micro USB port from the bottom to the side here, you can see. You've also got the volume rocker, the usual 3.5mm headphone jack, and the power key. The power key has been moved though from the left hand side to the right hand side, so they just swapped the bits and pieces across on the top. Say there's no charger port on the bottom anymore, no micro USB port, but there is still a microphone pinhole. Still nothing on the right hand side, and on the back we've got another 5-megapixel camera, same as before, and an LED flash. Then we've got the speakerphone grill there as well. There's a couple of little holes here which seem to be, I guess, external microphones as well, for maybe a bit of noise cancellation, which wasn't on the previous Desire, so perhaps another upgrade there as well. If I just whip off the back cover, obviously as it's a unibody, it's just this bottom soft touch plastic piece here, soft touch plastic on the top and bottom, these plasticky bits, so it's a nice feel even on the bits that aren't metal. And if I just slide out the battery, it's a slightly larger battery than before, up from 1400 mAh to 1450, so not a great difference, but it is slightly larger. Then we've got the SIM card slot here, just slides in and out, and the micro USB slot there, micro SD, sorry, which just sort of clicks in and out. We'll just put that back in and we can fire the device up. Okay, so whilst the Desire S starts up over there, just quickly show you a few bits and pieces in the box. First of all, we've got the power plug, and that plugs into the adapter here, so just show you it just clips in like that, swivels into place, and then you can use the USB cable here for both charging and data. So you just put that end in the side of the phone, the larger end goes straight in the back of the power supply here, and it can go straight into a wall. Obviously you can also just plug this straight into a computer to charge, and also to do things like sync across your photos and bits and pieces like that. Also got a set of headphones in here, the usual standard HTC headphones, got some sort of foam buds there to put on them as well. You can see they're just sort of normal plastic earbuds with, I expect, probably an inline control of some sort. Yep, just get it out here. You can see we've got like a microphone, an inline control, so you can use it as a hands-free kit and also sort of skip forwards and backwards through your music and different things like that. So useful pair of earbuds in there, but not the best quality. I think they probably fall out of my ears because there's no sort of rubber tips on them. But nice to have a set actually in the box anyway. And back to the phone. Okay, so the first thing you'll come to is the standard lock screen. You can see we've got things like the date and the time and various status information at the top there, like the battery info and Wi-Fi and signal. You can just drag this bar down and that'll unlock the screen as usual. And then you get a little noise now with the weather as well, so sort of had a wind noise there. I'll show you that again if I go to the weather panel here. Nope, maybe not. Let's try a different place. There you go, you've got the sound effect then. You sort of hear the wind sound effect that comes up. Anyway, going back to the main home panel, you can see if we pinch on the screen we get all 7 panels, and we can just pick whichever one we want. So we just, for example, pick this one, it takes us straight to it. Or we can just quickly flick between. And the Desire S has more RAM than the previous Desire. It has 768MB of RAM, so it's a little bit quicker to zoom around the screen, as you can see, a little bit snappier than before. It wasn't exactly sluggish before. It's a 1 GHz processor again though, so it's not any quicker terms of processor speed. If we go across to the end here, we can just show you I can click and drag with this widget off, so you can completely customize the whole home screen just as before. And then we can go and find another one, for example, if you want to let's choose a clock. That's one thing with HTC Sense phones, you get this whole different array of different clocks that we can choose from. Let's just go with this one, that's like a watch. Then we can just pick time in London. And there we go, we can do things like move that around the display in different places, or drag it across to any other sort of panels that we have space to add things to. You can also access that menu with this button down here. It just gives you the menu so that you can adjust the wallpaper and different things as well. So, for example, let's go and pick, say, this blue one, go for that one. You can preview it, or you can just set it like I did there. So it's a fairly nice experience. I'll say it's got Gingerbread on it, it's Android 2.3. So if we go into quick settings here, we've got this menu that wasn't on the previous Desire. You can toggle on and off things like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Go into the settings menu quickly from here as well, which is quite handy. We can go down to here, show you software information. You can see it's running Android 2.3. So fully up to date with the latest version of Android at the moment. Pretty nice looking handset and all. And if we just go, we can see they've changed the logo for the apps menu here. The actual apps list has been slightly changed as well. On the previous Desire it was one continuous list and you can just sort of scroll through piece by piece. In this one you can see we've got sort of a line across the display, and basically as you flick down it will flick a whole display at a time, so a whole chunk of apps, so you don't end up seeing the same apps twice as you're flicking through. So it's a bit easier to find the applications you want. But also you can just sort of subset and see different apps by toggling over at the bottom here, so we've just got frequently used apps there. Ooh. Just go back into that, and also all our downloaded apps. So it's nice to be able to sort of sort them and make it easier to find the apps that you want.